When you're not awakened, you still have to deal with your stuff, but it's horrible, right? When you're awakened, you still have to deal with your stuff, but it's joyful, right? So it's been such a interesting journey, because when you awaken can happen immediately, like right now.
Yes.
It can happen immediately. So I like to let people know we start with awakening. We're not trying to we begin with awakening. And then there is this process that a lot of modern teachers overlook, which is this integration of, I think, what are called in the Advaita Vedanta, like vasanas, good tendencies, gunas, all of that must be clarified. Yeah. And that's the path. So what that does, when you're not awakened, you still have to deal with your stuff, but it's horrible, right? When you're awakened, you still have to deal with your stuff, but it's joyful, right? So the purpose of awakening, in my mind, is so people can enjoy the process of cleansing all causes and conditions.
I just want to say that whatever you are saying, I'm going to say in Sanskrit. It's called Leela. Whatever you say, I will give the name of Sanskrit. I love here a Zen master, and he says, as enlightenment is infinite, cultivation of enlightenment is also infinite.
Yeah.
Dozen.
It's lovely.
Master Dozen says this.
Yeah.
What you are saying this, yes, after this, actually after this enlightened meditation starts. Before you are what you are doing, you don't know what are you doing.
Yeah, that is 100%. That is absolutely so true. Because when you awaken, then you're being guided. You're on the conveyor belt.
Yes,
so now you start to be guided by the absolute rather than your own thoughts.
Wow.
And it's that skillfulness.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this because the next part of my life was basically how does that hut experience become my lived experience? And I was like, okay, let's see what happens. And at first I didn't trust resting as awareness. So in the book that I read with Longchenpa, the practice of the Dzogchens, they call it to rest as awareness, to leave everything as awareness. And I sometimes say this, so it's like see everything as awareness, through awareness, until it becomes awareness. So that's the practice. And I retrained as a hypnotherapist and an EFT practitioner and other different aspects. And then there's this awakening practice. And I didn't trust it. So I was doing both. And then I was in Koh Samui and I'm on a motorbike, and someone came out from a woman in green in the rain, in a green bike with green coat, came out of a green bush. I had no chance. And I hit it. And now I'm in a motorbike crash. Wow. And time slows down, it almost stops. And I can remember very vividly being in the air and saying, I can't rely on EFT, which is tapping. Even though I'm in the air in a crash, I deeply and completely accept myself, cannot do this. I could not take my hypnosis audio and put my headphone on and say, just relax as you're about to crash. Not possible. Wow. I couldn't control my body. There was nothing I could do. Wow. But the one thing that I could do was assert my true nature. Wow. And I realized, oh, this is the one that never runs out. That takes you to your death. Wow. That you can recognize your true nature in your last moment. That's why it's so important. And I became 100% committed from that. 2008, 100%. This is it. This is
all
my
technique gone.
All the other techniques, they come back. Yeah. I know that you like, but for me on my journey, they all went. And I was like, I'm 100% committed to relying on my true nature, my own awareness, and I relax in all circumstances. Yeah. And when you say that, what do you think the universe does? Every circumstance. Every circumstance.
Let's check you.
Every circumstance. Test. Everything you could imagine. And I just kept testing. Am I aware? Has that changed? No. Does that suffer? No. Does that need? No. Does it lose? No. Does it gain? No. Every circumstance for a decade and a bit.
Wow.
And then one day I started speaking, like you, it took a long time, right?
It take long time, and it need hits also.
Yeah.
So you can be at a true state. Yes.